know John Adams had 3 dogs called Juno, Mark, and Satan? Off to a good start. He also had a horse called Cleopatra. He was known as the Atlas of Independence. Due to his heavy size, he was also known as his rotundity. Another nickname he had was Old Sink or Swim for the speech in which he vowed to sink or swim, to live or die, to survive or perish with my country. Adams hailed the Islamic prophet Muhammad. He was the first vice president to become president of America. He was also the first president to live in the White House. Before his presidency, he respected the Sabbath and refused to travel or work on a Sunday, even though his dog was called Satan. He started smoking when he was 8 and kept going until he died at 90. He was the oldest American president for over 150 years. He died at 90, and no president lived longer until Gerald Ford and Ronald Reagan when they died at 93. He started to drink beer for breakfast when he was 15. He was the first person to impose the idea of an American military academy. As president, he refused to have protection outside his house for over a year. He was the only non-Virginian of the first 5 presidents. His wife hung her washing in the East Room of the White House. John Adams and Thomas Jefferson hated each other for most of their lives. In fact, Adams refused to attend Jefferson's inauguration. One night, founding father Benjamin Rush had a dream that Adams and Jefferson became friends. He wrote a letter to the 2 men about his dream, and the 2 men decided to bury the hatchet, and they began respecting one another. Most of the time. He was one of the 10 presidents to serve a single term. He lost his re-election to Thomas Jefferson in 1800. A publisher called Andrew Brown was a harsh critic to Adams when he was vice president. However, when Brown's shop and home was consumed by flame in 1797, Adams personally ran towards Brown's house with buckets of water, desperately trying to put the fire out. Adams detested slavery, which was a very rare idea at the time. None of his family were present when he was inaugurated. He died from arteriosclerosis. He died on July the 4th. His final words were, "Thomas Jefferson survives." He said this because he was resentful that his enemy would outlive him. Ironically, Jefferson died hours before Adams. He never learned this because he died immediately after uttering his final words. Guys, if you want to know more about John Adams, then you have to check out the TV miniseries John Adams with Paul Giamatti as a titular character. It is incredible, and it has to be the best performance Paul Giamatti has ever given, obviously apart from his performance as the Rhino in Amazing Spider-Man 2. Have a watch, and I'll see you tomorrow.